Good morning. Parts of eastern England are going to be fairly cloudy today with some patchy light rain, but for most of the UK there'll be some hazy sunshine, bar a few showers in the northwest of Scotland. I'll have all the details coming up.
Carol, shall we? And it felt a little bit drier here this morning.
Colder though.
Yeah, colder but drier. Thank you.
You're both right. Good morning, everyone. It is colder for some. It's still quite mild over further south, but by this time tomorrow in the south, where it's mild this morning, well, we could have as much as a 10-degree drop in temperature. But today, for most of us, it's going to be a dry day. There'll be some hazy sunshine around, but we still have got some rain at the moment. You can see it on the radar picture here. Basically, it's moving east-northeast, and we also have a peppering of showers across western Scotland and the northwest of Northern Ireland. Now, here's our weather front producing this rain. It will continue to drift eastwards, but it won't clear the far southeast and East Anglia until later on in the day, much later actually. But a lot of dry weather where it was so wet yesterday. It's a much drier day today with some sunshine. Blustery winds driving in those showers across Northern Ireland and also western Scotland. These are our temperatures, 5 in Aberdeen to about 11 or 12 in the south. Now, through this evening, we eventually see the tail end of that weather front clear away. The temperature will fall away as well. Under clear skies, we'll see some mist and fog patches forming. And then our next weather front comes in from the west, introducing heavy rain and stronger winds, particularly through the Irish Sea and northwest Scotland. Temperature-wise, well, in the west, we're looking at about 3 to 6 degrees, but note the difference in the temperatures. We're in double figures at the moment. In the southeast, we're certainly going to be in low single figures. Tomorrow, the fog will slowly clear. The rain continues to push from the west towards the east. Some of this will be heavy showers following on behind, and very windy again, especially in the west. Temperature-wise, well, we're looking at them being a little bit higher, so most of us in double figures. Sal and John.
That's something. Thank you very much indeed, Carol. See you later.
Thanks.
With her. Good morning.
Good morning, both. Good morning to you too. I have got a real mixed bag of weather as we go through the next few days. If you're just stepping out, it's a cold start for some of us. It's -4 at the moment in Catesbridge in Northern Ireland, 6 in Stornoway, but 12 in London. It's still quite mild here for the time of year. What's happening is we've got this weather front. It's a weather front that brought all the rain yesterday. It's still producing some rain at the moment across some central areas. You can see it across parts of southern England, East Wales, the Midlands, into parts of eastern England. And we've got a peppering of showers across western Scotland and northwestern parts of Northern Ireland. Now, through the day, this weather front producing the rain will slowly push eastwards, northeastwards, taking its rain with it. However, it will be slow to clear from East Anglia and the southeast, may not clear till after dark. But where it was so wet yesterday, it's much drier today. There'll be more sunshine around as well, albeit hazy at times, and quite a brisk wind blowing in those showers across parts of Northern Ireland and western Scotland. These are our temperatures, only 5 in Aberdeen, but hanging on to the milder conditions in the south and southeast. Now, through this evening and overnight, we say goodbye to the weather front. It eventually clears. And under the clearing skies following on behind it, we'll see a frost develop and also some fog. But by the end of the night, we've got some heavy rain coming in. The wind's going to strengthen. It will be a strong wind through the Irish Sea and the western approaches of Scotland. Temperature-wise, quite a difference on what we have this morning. So this time tomorrow morning, where we've got 11 or 12 degrees, it's going to be round about 1. So you really will notice that. Colder in England and Wales, Scotland in the west, Stornoway seeing about 6 degrees. Now, as we head through tomorrow, we've got a couple of weather fronts coming our way, both bringing in some rain. The isobars tell you that it's also going to be windy. So some of this rain will be heavy, although starting off dry with the fog, it will be slow to clear. But when it does, in comes the rain and the wind strengthens behind it with some heavy showers following on behind as well. Windy through the Irish Sea, gales with exposure across northwest Scotland. And although on your thermometer temperatures will look that bit higher, it's not going to feel particularly special. So Wednesday night into Thursday, we watch the weather fronts push away. Low pressure then becomes in charge, the dominant force in our weather. But again, look at those isobars. So the weather front, which is pushing away, will develop a wave in it. So that means that we'll see some more rain crossing England and also Wales. And at the same time, we have another weather front coming in, introducing rain to Northern Ireland and Western Scotland and returning to Wales as well. Windy, but not as windy as it's going to be on Wednesday. These are the temperatures, 8 to about 13 degrees north to south. So John and Sal, as you can see, it's still fairly unsettled.
It really is, though. Thank you, Carol. At the weather map. Morning, Carol. What sort of mischief are you causing?
Oh, lots. Good morning, everybody. This morning, it is a cold start for many of us, except for in parts of the southeast where it's very mild. This beautiful Weather Watcher picture came in from one of our weather watchers in Suffolk. Lovely picture, and thank you as always for sending them all to us. Now, it's a wet start for some. We've got the dregs of yesterday's weather front producing cloud and rain, moving east and northeastwards. It will be slow to clear for some, not until after dark. But on the other side of this, there'll be some sunshine, albeit hazy at times, drier than it was yesterday, and still a peppering of showers coming in on a brisk wind across western Scotland and the north coast of Northern Ireland. Now, through the latter part of the afternoon, clear skies will be developing in Wales, through the Midlands, in through the north of England as well, the southwest, Northern Ireland and Scotland, away from the west, where the brisk wind will still be bringing in some of those showers. And as we go through the evening, eventually we lose the weather front. Under the clear skies, the temperatures will fall away. There'll be some frost and some fog. But by the end of the night, the next weather front's going to bring in some heavy rain and strengthening winds, especially in western areas. Now, this morning in the southeast, we started off with temperatures around about 11, 12 degrees. Tomorrow morning in the southeast, we're looking at closer to freezing, so you really will notice the difference. Talking of tomorrow, any fog that's formed will tend to lift slowly. Then we've got the heavy rain pushing steadily eastwards, followed by some heavy showers, gales with exposure in the northwest, a windy day, but very windy through the Irish Sea. And although temperatures might look in the face of it being a bit higher, it's not going to feel particularly special. John and Sal.
OK, Carol, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. Good morning to you too. This morning, if you've not been out yet, it's quite a chilly start to the day. And for some of us, it's cold with temperatures in the north still below freezing by quite a bit, actually. Now, it's going to be dry for the bulk of the UK today when we lose the rain that we currently have. It's been falling across some central and southern and eastern areas this morning. And as you can see, it's continuing to push east-northeastwards. We've got a peppering of showers across the north and west of Scotland, at times affecting the coast of Northern Ireland, being driven in a brisk wind, and they'll be on and off through the course of the day. Meanwhile, our weather front producing the rain continues to push eastwards. There will still be a veil of cloud left behind it across East Anglia and the southeast, again with some drizzle coming out of that. But in between, a lot of dry weather and also a fair bit of sunshine. Temperatures today, 5 in Aberdeen to 12 in Norwich and London. Through this evening and overnight, our weather front continues to pull away, and in clearing skies, there'll be some frost and there'll also be some fog patches forming. And by the end of the night, we'll have some heavy rain and strengthening winds coming in from the west. Now, this morning at 6, we started off with a temperature around about 11 degrees in London. Tomorrow morning, it's likely to be 1 degree, so you really will notice the difference. But it is going to be a cold night for most of us, as I mentioned, with a touch of frost and fog. The fog slowly lifting tomorrow. As the rain advances from the west towards the east, it's likely to be heavy in places. And then behind it, we'll see some heavy showers develop, as well as strengthening winds. Gales with exposure across northwest Scotland. A windy day wherever you are, but especially so in the west, especially through the Irish Sea. And although temperatures on the surface look like they are going to be higher than today, it's not going to feel brilliant because of all of this. Into Thursday, we've got more wet weather on the cards, but Friday's looking a little bit drier. And that's for White Christmas. Well, at the moment, it's looking like it's going to be grey and drizzly for many, but we'll firm up on that as we go on through the course of Sunday and into next week. John and Sal.
Carol, that would not have made a great movie title, Grey and Drizzly Christmas. It wouldn't have been as big a hit, would it?
No, not as White Christmas,
No.
not at all.
Carol, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for this morning.
Lovely, thank you, thank you. Hello again. After yesterday's rain, today for most of us is going to be much drier with some hazy sunshine, but it's not going to be bone dry everywhere. We still do have the remnants of yesterday's weather front. It's affecting some eastern parts of England with its cloud and patchy light rain, and it won't clear from the east until after dark. But on the other side of that, we've got some hazy sunshine, a peppering of showers coming in along the coast of Northern Ireland and Western Scotland, being driven in on a brisk wind, and temperatures 5 in Aberdeen to 12 in London. Now, through this evening and overnight, we do say goodbye to the weather front, the cloud and the patchy rain. Under clear skies, the temperature will fall away. There'll be some frost and fog forming, and we'll have some heavy rain and strengthening winds coming in from the west. Big drop in temperature tomorrow morning compared to this morning. For some, it will be a good 10 degrees in the south. So tomorrow the fog will slowly lift. The heavy rain pushes from the west to the east, only to be followed by heavy showers. Gales with exposure northwest Scotland, very windy especially through the Irish Sea and areas adjacent. And although the temperatures will look in the face of it higher, it's not going to feel particularly special in the wind and also the rain. Then as we head on into Thursday and Friday, well, we've got still quite a bit of rain to get through. Friday should see something that little bit drier though.